Welcome, I'm your Dungeon Master, Robert Rumble, and this is the Wednesday Night RPG Wrap-Up. This week, the party and the caravan continued going south to Yser, which is a week's journey south of the city Shen Sherin. Well, the first day was uneventful. The second day, several riders appeared off to the side, just shy of the horizon, but close enough that you could tell they were riders and they could see the caravan. They shadowed the caravan that day as it creaked and moaned and rumbled down the cobblestone road toward its destination. That night, during the first watch, a small shower of arrows rained in on the encampment, not hitting anybody. And when they searched the arrows, they were found to be nothing more than really kindling. The second hour, from a different direction, more arrows rained in. And the third hour, from a different direction again, arrows rained in. Even though they knew that the arrows really probably wouldn't have hurt them, it didn't get a lot of sleep. It kept interrupting their sleep. Well, the next day, the riders were still there. And they matched pace as the caravan continued down the road. That night, the first watch received a rain of arrows. And again, the second watch, from a different location, the arrows came in. And the third watch, more arrows from a completely different direction. The next day, the riders had moved to the other side of the caravan, still keeping pace. That night, the first watch received their arrows. The second watch got rained in by arrows. The third watch, there were no arrows. Instead, several of the bandits had tried to sneak in to the encampment, but were stopped by the guards, and the battle ensued. The players quickly jumped in with bow and arrow, steel and magic. When the battle was over, there was one dead bandit, several wounded soldiers, and even one of the players was severely wounded. The next day, Tallulah almost got hit by an arrow with a note attached. Being the curious type that she is, she read the note before giving it to Pavo, the owner of the caravan. He quickly scribbled something on paper, wrapped it around an arrow, and they shot it off in the distance. Then he had a pavilion set up just outside of the wagon circle and waited. Shortly, several riders came over the horizon and stopped by the pavilion and were politely escorted in, where they met Pavo, Axel, Wilmer, Tallulah, and Nonya, his niece. Once they were all seated, he had Nonya write runes on the tent flaps. And as she did, they glowed, and the entire tent began to glow, preventing any scrying or listening during the meeting. It was during this meeting that Tallulah heard the name Raoul and bandit leader in the same sentence. And she thought, could this be the Raoul they've been searching for? The one they have to return the Thessalan scepter of leadership to? They have to check the book to find out. but she can't go anywhere, so she has to wait. At the end of the meeting, Pavel gives the bandits some supplies and a few coins, as Tallulah goes to find her companions to check the book.